Uncrashed 2.0 have just come out, and this brings some features to one of the greatest simulators out there. Let's get on to the PC and let's have a look at Uncrashed 2.0. If you just installed this and you need to set it up, you go into the controller setting here, and from that you can click stick calibration, and also you want to make sure that each of the axes is correct. Now you can see if I move a throttle stick, it's mimicking it over here. If it doesn't do that, you can click on that and it will tell you what axis to move. So just go through each and every single one of these and you will then have control like you should. If you are for some reason flying something else in mode 2, you can click here and set that up. I've also put reset on the axis 5. I have a switch for that. It should be down here. Now it only supports 8 channels, so you might be missing a few buttons on your controller. If you are using something like an Xbox or PlayStation controller, you can use this throttle gamepad. That means that the middle here will be middle and, well, you will only get half the resolution, but it will help that if you let go, it will recenter and go to 0 throttle. Now the graphics here, I'm not doing anything particular. I'm using a RTX card, so I can use this DLS to get a bit higher frame rates, which is very nice. But other than that, it's not something else. I disable the VSync as I'm running on a 60Hz monitor and I'd like to get more FPS. I don't know how much of this is coded with frame rate locks, but just to be sure, I disable the VSync as I'm running a 60Hz monitor. Now my rates are, as you can see them here, nothing special, but do change them up if you feel like there's something you're missing. There might be a trick you're trying to learn that requires at least some level of max rate that you need. It is very hard to do spang with very low rate, so if you are struggling and you don't think you can do it fast enough, or if you like going really fast flips and flops, you might need to change up the max rate. And of course you can adjust the expo by changing that and it will actually help a bit. You can also use better flight rates and such. Now for the drone itself, I'm using their preset, the 5-inch freestyle, and I actually think that is pretty good. In the past, I've changed up things down here in the advanced physics section, but I don't think that's necessary anymore. I think they nailed it this time, where they're really close to the real thing. There might be a slight difference, but it's close enough to where your stick time actually will matter when flying your drone. And also, well, you can crash a lot and it's free to crash in the simulator, so make sure that you get the most out of the crashes in here. Now for the maps, they changed a few things here as well. Now you can select weather, and different maps have different weathers. So if you are like in this horizon map, you can go in and select rainy, sunset, midday, isn't it called? It doesn't have a name, but it is what it is. Now other maps, this one won't, but this one has actually gotten a new FMX update. So now there are 2 the monster trucks, and it seems there are some cross bikes that you can also see. Some of the older maps here got a bit of an update. So it was a long range, open mountain, desert, but the forest bando got a huge update and I'm really enjoying this map now. Now this also comes in sunny, sunset and rainy weather depending on your fly. I'm not sure why you want to fly in rain, but if you are conformal coding your real drone and you want to get that experience, well, that's great. Another thing is in horizon, they added a playground as well, so you can have a bit more fun with that. There are a few things I would like to see under the drone settings when we are talking about smaller places like playgrounds and such, is that I can't really go down below a 3-inch and I can't go above a 6-inch. Means that I am missing a bit of sort of feel for playground flying, where I would like to use something like 1.6, maybe 2.5-inch drones. And for long range, I'll go above 7 or 7.5, maybe 9-inch propellers on a long range drone. That will also require me to have a bit more KV options. Right now it goes down to 1,000 and up to 3,000. But if you are running something like 2.5-inch or 3-inch on 4S, you might need to bump up the KVs, and that's just not possible as it is. But I think it's okay. Right now I'm running a 10-degree tilt on the camera, but I change that up depending on what type of flying I am doing. If you're changing bikes and stuff like that, you might need to set it up to like 40, 45. Let's check a few of the maps here that has been updated. I will check out the meadow here. I like to fly during sunset, and this map is actually quite well. As you can see, this is the meadow, and another thing they implemented is that interactive map. Now the interactive map makes you're able to click, and you can now see different kinds of areas around the map that you can select. There are a few races, farm race, ruins, barn race, and stuff like that. And you can actually click anywhere on the map and just teleport instantly to that place. So if you have some place that you really like flying, you can just click and it will teleport you there. I am still missing a arm switch that I like to have even in simulators. Not something game breaking, but it's just nice to have. And to be honest, I think this is quite a nice map to get a sense of flying in. There are some few balloons, and this ruin here is quite nice as well. As you can see, the crashes I don't think are that realistic, but it's okay for a simulator. I mean, it's just like bumper cars. You just doink and you just hit it and that's it. So there's not really a big difference to crashing. And I would like to have a bit more severe crashing, so I tend more to avoid it, because right now it's just like, if I accidentally hit something, I can easily just remaneuver and get back up within a few seconds, or even save. I mean, sometimes you can save it in real life, but I mean, if you hit directly in there, I don't think it should be that easy to recover at all. That being said, it's quite nice anyways. My absolutely favorite map in this is now the Forest Bando that has been updated, and I like flying in sunset, as I said before. It is just a lot nicer. Now this here is what it used to be. This is a small area that has a little bit of nice bando, but they added a second one, well, two more, and this Bando 3 is absolutely my favorite place to fly. This has some great options for flying, and it's just really amazing place. Looks very, very nice. Of course, as you just saw there, the crashing again, like you can hit a lot of stuff without really crashing. I think it should be a bit more punishing to crash. I know it's a simulator and all, but really getting that feel of crashing being severe makes you just avoid it just a bit more, because you can just keep flying and you can just keep going. And I would like to have something a bit more severe, maybe an option to make crashes really bad, so you avoid crashing a lot more. That being said, this was the update of Uncrashed 2.0, and I actually think they've done some amazing things here that can really be, I mean, it's just been great flying. It's a great simulator, and with this update, it's become even better. Now, soon there will be an update for Trip. They just announced it on their Discord page, and I will be taking a look at that. I've been flying a lot more Trip recently. It's been pretty good, but I can't wait to see what 2.0 brings. Maybe even a place to where you can learn tuning. I'm really hoping that's the case. That would be really awesome, but we will have a look and see if it's something that can be done. If you want to see that video, click that subscribe button, and also leave a comment down below. What do you think of these simulators? Are there anything that you want to see in them? Are they missing something?
I'm chasing for the highs, afraid of getting close to someone else.